We're just 85 days away from the 2024 general election. Good afternoon and welcome to Election Brief. We're live on DSTV channel 421, GoTV channel 125, on all our social media platforms and around the world on myjoyonline.com. Election Headquarters is brought to you by Petrosol Platinum Energy, energizing dreams, the Chartered Institute of Management Accountants and the American Institute of Certified Public Accountants, together as the Association of International Certified Professional Accountants. Is also brought to you by German Ozone Medical Center, Alternative Therapy, Dental Wellness and Beauty, as well as Chopbox Technologies, a convenience service, and Youth Bridge Foundation, bridging the gap for positive youth development. My name is Faustina Safu. Please stay for details. We are your home of independent, fearless, and credible journalism. Thanks for choosing us. 17 candidates have so far filed to contest the presidential elections as the clock ticks towards the close of nomination, just 3 hours away. Meanwhile, the number is likely to increase by close of day as more candidates are expected to file. We can first listen to one of the aspirants, Professor Desmond Abrifa, an independent candidate who is promising job creation and the use of the military to deal decisively with illegal mining.
Concerning governance, we need people that we can trust. I hope you are getting me. So it's good, but sometimes we have the narrative out there like politics is evil and all kinds of things, and it's driving we, the pastors, from the scene. But we need to be at the front line. Thank you very much.
All right, sir. So one of the key issues this week has been galamsey. When voted into power, what are some of the things you do to ensure that some of these illegal miners are warded off?
First of all, galamsey issue is very, very serious, as you can see. All our water bodies have been destroyed. So what I'm going to do is that as a commander-in-chief, while the military are there and we can't even fight galamsey, so we need to use the military and deal with those issues. And then for that, we need to also create jobs for the youth because of the jobless and all kinds of things. That's why they are doing the galamsey job.
How will you form your government?
It's a collective government. We need to bring people from all kinds of angles to help us to govern the nation.
Colleague James Aveji, stationed at the EC headquarters, he joins us live via Zoom with more. James, which other candidates have also filed so far?
But another independent candidate, Nana Stevens, have also filed this morning, as well as the People's National Convention and PNC's Bernard Mona have filed. And so 3 of them have filed already. And the PNC's Bernard Mona is already promising a fair share of the national cake as far as the country's mineral resources are concerned for every citizen if he is elected president come December 7th.
We are focused on how to make your life better. We want to ensure that the resources of Ghana are exploited for the benefit of the people of Ghana. Have you ever seen gold proceeds in your account before? Or you've seen oil proceeds in your account before? You've seen cocoa proceeds in your account before? A Bernard Mona's presidency is coming to let every Ghanaian have a feel and a share in your account. When you are born a Ghanaian, a bank account is open in your name at age 1 month. And that bank account will serve as an investment account for you. So proceeds from cocoa, proceeds from cocoa, proceeds from timber, proceeds from gold, proceeds from diamond, proceeds from oil, bauxite, everything that Ghana owns and exports, the people of Ghana will have a share. I am saying that if you don't get anything at all, 300 to 500 Ghana cedis from these cumulative resources will enter into your account. So just imagine per month, because every month we sell. Every month we sell proceeds, and we obtain proceeds. So what that means is that if you have your son or your child, let me put a child to represent both sides. If you have your child and the child starts to receive 300 to 500 a month until that child gets to 18, will the child be born into poverty or he will be born into wealth? This is my focus, and that is what I want to do.
James, how many more candidates are we expecting to file before the deadline?
We expect as much as 7 more candidates per the schedule to file. They already, the candidate for GCPP, Dr. Augustus Latte Jr., is already in the waiting room, waiting for the Electoral Commissioners to resume sitting after the break to take his nomination. And so in a few minutes, that number would rise to 8, and 6 more would be expected by 5 o'clock this evening.
Thank you, James Aveji. He's stationed at the EC headquarters and will be bringing you updates before the deadline elapses. Now, 3 female presidential aspirants filed their nomination on Thursday to contest the 2024 general elections, bringing the total number of candidates to 14 by the end of the 3rd day. Among the independent candidates is Janet Nabila, the former General Secretary of the PNC, who chose to run independently after her new party, the People's National Party, failed to meet the registration requirement. There's more in the following report.
3 female presidential aspirants are Nana Frimpong Kumakuma of the CPP, Ghana Freedom Party, GFP Sekadonko, and Janet Asana Nabila, former PNC General Secretary, who was expected to file for another political party, People's National Party, but ended up filing as an independent candidate.
Oh, we started, that was in April. To us, we're thinking that by now the processes should be done because number one, Electoral Commission asks us for a party headquarters. They asked about a constitution. They told us to provide them with our regional and national executives. They told us to provide them 262 district founders. They asked us to pay 40,000 Ghana cedis. They asked us to establish 16 regional offices across the country, to which we did with with haste. We did all these things, but then they told us that they are busy. Some of the things they were supposed to do, they couldn't do it. And for that matter, we can file as an independent candidate whilst the processes still go on. We are not happy about it, but then, because we are not happy at all about it. But then,
she also expressed concerns about the rigorous nature of the process.
In the history of this country, it has never happened before that the Electoral Commission will give a discount just to encourage people to contest.
I hope the press is hearing this one. This should be a highlight. This should be a highlight.
So let me use this opportunity to thank the Commission. Let me also register something that I think that maybe moving forward we should look at. Look at the number of leaflets in front of you. We have to run around the whole 262 districts to get this. And they are supposed to write them in quadruplex. In the 21st century, we are now in a not even Gen Z world, Gen Alpha world, where digitalization is supposed to be the hour of the day. Yet we have to do all these things. We are pleading with the Commission.
Nana Frimpong Kumakuma is rallying support for a female president on December 7.
It is my belief and hope that as the woman, one of the women, and the first woman to stand for the Convention People's Party, is going to be there for all young people across the nation and everyone who has a dream and who believes in Ghana to be able to get up and do what is right for the nation.
The GFP Sekadonko is hopeful that the EC chair would deliver a successful election 2024. Filing of nominations for the December election ends this Friday, with 14 candidates filing so far, and at least 8 more candidates expected to file on deadline day. James Aveji, Joy News.
The opposition National Democratic Congress has described the Electoral Commission's response to their calls for an independent forensic audit of the voters' register as untenable. The NDC has over the past weeks raised concerns over some irregularities in the register, declaring a nationwide protest to drum home their point. The Electoral Commission has responded to the concerns of the NDC at a news conference just yesterday, saying the NDC's reasons are premature. The NDC has hit back at the EC, saying the EC's response is also untenable. Tanko Rashid Computer is Deputy Director of Elections and IT for the NDC. He spoke earlier on Newsdesk.
We met them on Friday. We were on the round table with them. We did a demonstration of the grievances that we have. All the commissioners were there, plus their ICT consultant. They look at it. They look at the enormity of the problems that we demonstrated to them. And we said, look, we're even ongoing. We're still doing further checks about it. But these issues that we cannot trust your judgment to fix it because you deliberately created that mess. Because they use their own words that they deliberately added those ones. How can you deliberately add figures into a register? For what purpose? It teases out from the register that we are talking, the audit of the register. Let us have the audit. What is their fear? What do they have to hide? If they have nothing to hide, they should allow the audit. Let the audit come. When the audit comes, we all our heads up. Everybody will be on level playing ground. We now know that we have a clean register. We have a clean register. We exhibit it. Again, how many days will it take us to exhibit it? Even a 1 week exhibition is enough. And then everybody will go and check and be sure that we have our register very neat, clean, and for purpose, and can be used for a purpose. These are the things that makes election free and fair. Like my other discounter was talking of. If a country is to be destabilized, it's through registration of voters and then voting.
Political scientist at the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, Dr. Kwesi Amachi-Boateng, says the only way forward is for both parties to find a middle ground, as we have just 85 days until the December polls. He also spoke on Newsdesk.
Was it the EC that found out the discrepancies in the voters' register and then informed Ghanaians? Or they thought that everything was okay until the NDC came out with it? Why is it that the EC is saying, NDC, furnish us with what you've got before we are able to proceed to ensure that we have a clean voters' register? Don't they have the capacity themselves? That is what the NDC, that is what is making them call for a forensic audit. The mere fact that the EC is acknowledging that, look, on our own, we are not able to unearth all errors in the voters' register. The call for the NDC to provide additional information is an admission that they by themselves are not able to address the challenge before them. In a situation that we find ourselves in as Ghanaians, and given the fact that the EC does not own the elections, and then the potential catastrophic outcome of elections that one of the biggest parties feel that, the EC is partially or somehow, or they suspect the EC as being the camp of their political opponents.
Let's take you now to the Ashanti region. The New Patriotic Party has nominated second Deputy Speaker of Parliament and incumbent Member of Parliament for Fomena, Andrew Amoako Asiamah, as its parliamentary candidate for the constituency in the 2024 parliamentary election. Now, this comes despite Mr. Asiamah resigning from the party in 2020 to contest as an independent candidate, where he defeated the NPP's candidate in the process. The Ashanti Regional Chairman of the NPP, Bernard Intri-Bisiako, introduced the Deputy Speaker of Parliament as the NPP's candidate for Fomena, insisting it is a united front for victory.
Parliament, na ye 137. Now, so anam onunti no, na ye kasa biya no na ye kasa ye majority. Enti ne nsam biya ne bibia okodi ye biya no. Wanani nani amfa amane ne party ne da. As BSC da ba kokra. It's a young honorable Asiamah there. The whole party and the Fomena constituency nyina so edanase pa Fomena constituency there. Said the other man for be susu say ebi eje betum ne hwa ye yi no chese afa oboko ho omutu wo mani no Fomena constituency adanse north aye asumdue kwa sokra ye candidate ye de ko aye election 2024 yi eye nipa ba akopɛ ene ye de ko e wo Fomena constituency ono ane politically Joseph Asiamah.
Let's cross over live to the Ashanti region, and Awachi Dankwayadum joins us on Zoom for more on this development. And how are constituents taking this news?
The constituents of Fomena have received this news with so much excitement, considering the turnout of the 2020 election result that made Andrew Asiamah, the second Deputy Speaker of Parliament, represent them in Parliament, despite all the grievances that came up during the 2020 elections. You would remember, Posti, that in the lead up to the 2020 election, there were some disturbances. I mean, an internal disturbance between Andrew Asiamah and then the constituency executive of Fomena, which led him to oust himself from the party to contest as an independent candidate. He won on his own as an independent candidate, and when he proceeded to Parliament, he still joined the NPP to form the majority in Parliament. It is upon this that the reconciliation committee set up by the National New Patriotic Party have made up their mind to draw back Andrew Asiamah into the party. This strategy, they believe, would make sure that they maintain the Fomena seat for the NPP, considering the fact that this particular election is going to be a critical one for both parties. You realize that historically, the Fomena constituency has been the constituency of the NPP since 1996. It has been won by the NPP until 2020, when Honorable Andrew Asiamah won as an independent candidate. Well, for them to maintain that particular seat, it is only right for the NPP to have Andrew Asiamah represent them as Member of Parliament for the Fomena constituency. In January, when the party was having the internal parliamentary contest, they left out the Fomena constituency to strategically deploy moves to make sure that they do not cause chaos inside the party, especially when there is an independent candidate. And so they did not even open nomination for any other candidates to contest. And so it is only right for the party, as they say, to bring out the second Deputy Speaker, who is the incumbent Member of Parliament, to represent them in the Fomena constituency as their parliamentary candidate. It is upon this note that the Reconciliation Committee, led by the Ashanti Regional Chairman of the NPP, Bernard Entigo, introduced the second Deputy Speaker to the people of Fomena as their parliamentary candidate on the ticket of the New Patriotic Party. And so when it comes to excitement, I must say that the constituents of Fomena are really excited about this news.
Thank you, Nana Wachidan Kwayadum, joining us live from the Ashanti region. Now, the National Democratic Congress parliamentary candidate for Sunyani West constituency, Millicent Yeboah Amankwa, has pleaded with the constituents to see the NDC's rescue mission as communal labor that requires their committed involvement. Speaking at Odumase after filing her nomination to contest the December parliamentary elections, Millicent Amankwa said, though the current government and the MP have failed the country, residents should not lose hope because the NDC has what it takes to reset the country and relieve the people of the hardship. Precious Semebo has more in this report.
Sunyani West parliamentary seat in the Bono region has been for the New Patriotic Party since its creation. In the 2020 elections, the National Democratic Congress, with Millicent Yeboah Amankwa as candidate, lost the keenly contested election to the NPP's incumbent Member of Parliament, Ignatius Bafo-Awuah, by a difference of 3,408 votes. The two will take to the field yet again in the 2024 elections after Millicent Yeboah Amankwa successfully filed her nomination at the Sunyani West District Office of the Electoral Commission at Odumase as the NDC's candidate. Millicent expressed her disappointment with the lack of development in the constituency, saying that is enough for the fourth term 7 MP to be voted out.
Sunyani West Member of Parliament seat is not his personal asset. Indeed, what man can do, he has done his best. He should go off the seat. I am not an MP, but the people cry enough for me to hear. And we went to reshaping majority of the roads. People are suffering, dying on this road. He never paid attention to it. They can go wherever and plan whatever they want to plan against those elections. this seat is us, the NPP.
She appealed to the people to join hands with the NDC and see the rescue mission as a communal labor.
And I'm telling the people, they should fear not. All hope is not lost. We have the energy. We'll rescue the mission. And we know that we'll reset Ghana once back again. Ghana will be back on the track. Ghana will work. Sunyani West would work. And I'm pleading with every individual. This is a communal labor. Everybody needs to get him or herself involved because we need to reset this country. And I believe in the rescue mission. I believe that His Excellency John Dramani Mahama will give us a better leadership of governance. And inshallah, the seat of Sunyani West Member of Parliament will be declared for myself, inshallah, 7 December.
Sunyani West EC Director Eric Kani-Owusu assured the parties of free and fair elections.
We are ready. And all I can assure is that we are going to give them a free and fair and transparent elections for this year. So they should expect nothing less than free and fair, transparent elections.
Precious Semevo, Joy News, Odumase.
Presidential advisor on health, Dr. Nsia Asare, has rubbished suggestions that the New Patriotic Party has not added a single bed to any hospital since they came into power 7.5 years ago. He cited the completion of several projects, including the Eurobet, the Invest project, which was started during the Kufuor administration but was abandoned by the Mahama administration. Speaking at the third-day annual conference of the Association of Health Service Administrators Ghana at Jirapa, he revealed that government will commission Agenda 111 hospital projects before the end of the year. Joy News' Upper West Regional Correspondent Rafik Salam reports from Wa.
The 47th Annual Conference and Continuing Professional Education of the Association of Health Service Administrators Ghana was held on the theme Implementation of Networks of Practice towards Achieving Universal Health Coverage, the role of the Health Service Administrator. Presidential Advisor on Health, Dr. Nsia Asare, proposed suggestion from opponents of the government that the NPP government has not added a single bed hospital in their 7.5 years reigning power.
We've completed 6 of the 9 stalled abandoned Eurojet health sector projects initiated by His Excellency President J. Kufuor in April 2008. We have finished the Ga East Municipal Hospital at Kwabinya. We've completed the Wa Regional Hospital here in Wa. We've completed in Soko District Hospital in Tain. We've completed the Tepa District Hospital. We've completed the Chufupraso Hospital. We've completed Konongo Odumase District Hospital. These are 6. And I'm happy to also announce the 250 Ashanti Regional Hospital at Sewia will be commissioned, inshallah, next month.
Dr. Nsia Asare disclosed that before the end of the year, hospitals under the Agenda 111 project will be commissioned.
Fortunately, 100 of the 104 district hospitals have started. They are in the ranges of 5%. Some of them have just started to, as at the first week of August, some of them have reached 87.5%. So presently, Anderson is getting to about 90%. Now, Chair, I will stand here boldly and say that before the year comes to an end, we shall commission and put to use Agenda 111 hospitals across the country.
He also spoke of plans by the government to employ 70,000 health professionals.
Upon the completion of the Agenda 111 projects, I'm happy to announce that we have done the human resources plan. We will be employing 70,000 health professionals, including health service administrators. It is therefore undeniable that health service administrators will be one of the key staff to be recruited under this arrangement.
Away from that, the countdown is on and political parties are intensifying campaigns with just 85 days to the general polls. But that is not without some funny moments. Prince Kwame Kuduga chronicles some of the funny moments in the following report.
A season of promises, but who is promising the most?
to Abanamami, Uya Bebuno, our Paso, Uya Bebuno, our Dasase, Uya Bebuno, our Newtown, now Peso Tuquia, me Pios, Mibaya Webia, Midiuba Tuquai.
Is there trouble for nobody there, my?
Yes, I'm a car, I'm petrol free.
It is evident the NPP flag bearer, Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, enjoyed taking a swipe at his opponent, John Mahama. Here is another one from him.
He wants a Kuko Kiti and 24-hour disco. The bus is in Wale Wale, and the mate is going to take it from Wale Wale and get to Paga and beyond, and we will transform this country.
It's on by incompetent Mahama administration. NPP is going to come and transform Ghana in 1.5 years. And
the NDC has been clamoring for an independent audit of the voters' register, but the EC is having none of that. The EC has a nice explanation to the NDC's demands.
Perhaps this is the first time the NDC has taken interest in the register. Otherwise, one would have expected them to call for such an audit of the 2016 register, which contained photos of plants and animals representing voters.
They may be considered underdogs in the electoral race, but they are not taking the elections lightly at all. The APC's Hassan Ayariga and LPG's Kofi Akpalu are slugging it out.
I'll win this election. I'll win this election. And where the results are going to, where the votes are going to come from, myself, I don't even know. But I know one thing for sure, that I'll win this election.
Okay.
I'll win. I'm the next president of Ghana. Nobody can change it.
He's dreaming, and I want him to wake up. If he's still dreaming, when he's awake, then we can discuss the issues.
And you remember this, right? Well, that was President Akufo-Addo in 2020, but the NDC flag bearer John Dramani Mahama has a remix.
From Boafakwatano time, no. Boafakwatano, yes, Sunyani. Bono, hey. Wait there, man, can you hear crack.
Until the elections are over, you can always trust us to bring you more of the funny quotes on the campaign trail. And of course, politics in Ghana should never be boring. Prince Kwame Kudoge's report for Joy News.
Prince Kwame put together that exciting report. You can watch it on all our social media handles. We're Joy News on TV. My name is Faustina Safu. For more news, please log on to myjoyonline.com. Have a pleasant afternoon as you enjoy the rest of our programs.